questions
Anything.
or needing help.
Gotcha.
Even if it's voice chat, text chat, guild chat, you know, just people getting ignored until somebody gets on and then they just run off with that person.
Yeah, more often than not, it's sub 60 people, but they're not getting a no answer, a yes answer,
F off answer, A
I don't like
answer,
running
response.
with you because you talk funny or something. It just no, silence, and then you have somebody log in, and everybody starts talking to that person that logged in. What do you think that guy's gonna feel like? Shit, it's like, why the fuck they don't talk to me?
Yeah, it can start making people feel real bad that, like, you know, oh, well, the guild doesn't like me, or, you know, the guild just doesn't want me to, you know, be with them, and then they'll end up leaving. Because we've already had it happen. We've had 2 people just up and leave out of nowhere because people wouldn't talk to them.
I'm not being rude, I asked this question, but do they make an effort wise, like, do they come in Discord or anything? Because, like, I sit in Discord all the time. I talk to, like, everyone
one
comes
of
in
them,
Discord, you know?
Yeah, one of them would sit in Discord by himself all day.
Who is that?
Brad
We're
Crit.
not gonna.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just asking because, I mean, can't resolve issues if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone now. I'll just go ahead and say his name, but yeah, he left. He didn't even tell anybody.
I could never hear him.
I could. You just had to turn his volume up.
I did.
That was weird.
I didn't know Brad Crit left.
Yeah, he bailed out like 3 days ago.
I mean, you can't just sit in Discord and, you know, not say anything to anybody or let anybody know you're just down to chat. I mean, it's kind of
you don't
counterintuitive.
You don't know somebody's story. I mean, you're looking at it from your perspective.
I mean,
you go to Daniel and ask him why he's by himself. You know, or go actively look for people.
I mean, I guess that's true. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you really want people to talk to, you know, get something going, do something in game, I don't know, run dungeons or something, and then get people together, you know, chat.
Yeah,
but
that goes kind of both ways, man. You gotta make an effort too. I mean, I make an effort to talk to each one of you when you come in the chat. To bullshit, call your brother, you know, have fun. So I mean, if you don't make the effort, you don't have the effort.
The ones that I've seen, the ones that I've talked to, they did make an effort, and the reason they ended up
Oh, bro, just that
because they never
you
got
got, you know, you gotta say hi. What up, yo?
He did in a lot of counts.
Okay.
I mean, like, you guys know me. I'll jump from room to room and see how everyone's doing on occasion.
So I don't know if others feel the same way, but I'm pretty confused still without, I guess, examples. Just because I haven't like seen any of this type of behavior.
Yeah,
it seems
same.
really good and chill.
So I could point out one yesterday. Actually, this morning. We had, you know, usually in the mornings between, you know, like 4 and 7 a.m. we have like 3 or 4 people in lobby, and those people know who they are. I'm not gonna call them out, but we had one person sitting in the lobby with them, trying to talk to them. No responses. And then one person got on. They're like, "Oh, hey, you want to come farm with us? Oh, hey, you want to do this? You want to go do that?" And the other person that's been in there for, you know, an hour or 2 hours was just sitting there getting no response from voice or text.
I will have to admit, I'm the world's worst at watching text, especially if it's in-game chat. I don't pay attention to it.
Cresta doesn't either. He even said that. He goes, he doesn't watch in-game chat. You got to talk to him in Discord.
And that's another thing is, like, if you're in-game, at least be logged into Discord so you can see, you know, messages and pop-ups. If somebody's, because a lot of people do use Discord to try and find people, because people know that people don't pay attention to guild chat. Because it's already supposed to be a thing where if you're in a guild group, it's mandatory to be in a Discord voice channel, even if you're not going to talk. Because we need that communication. Because you never know, you might be doing a quest or you might be doing a dungeon, and somebody jumps in your voice channel and goes, "Hey man, what you doing? You know, can I come along? You know, oh, I need that quest too." It's supposed to kind of try and help with the communication, because without communication, we're going to fail.
Yeah, so I'm looking for group chat, and just, I mean, thinking of Brad as an example, I don't see anything in there, or, you know, many posts in there in general. And if, like, people are trying to do stuff, I think that's, like, a great channel.
Oh, well, Brad was more of a guild talker anyway. He was more of a guild chat person. Ow.
I don't know. I'm trying to recall seeing him talk in guild, and
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if
don't
I just
remember
wasn't
him
with
ever
him. And
talking.
Well, either way, the point still stands.
Yeah, we're trying to prove something that doesn't matter because we're going forward. You know, we're
yeah, I
trying to
understand.
prove stuff looking back. This stuff's already happened, so I mean, I just I'm the type I try to be helpful as much as I can, you know, but you can't always please everybody,
Helpful's
so it's
crazy, bro.
okay
You
to say
kidding me?
no. You know,
Helpful's
Yeah.
crazy.
We
I
already
grew up.
learned that the hard part with,
Yeah.
raid loot and shit. You can't please everyone. But the
Yep.
thing is, we've got so many people within the 45 to like 55 bracket that are trying really, really hard to get caught up as fast as they can, and nobody's, helping them push along too much. Like maybe one person takes time to go with them. We should be trying to get some guild groups together to help them move along, because the faster they get to 60, the faster we can get, a second raid group running.
Yeah,
Makes
but
sense.
that's what I was kind of talking about. Is I'm looking in, between like the guild website and also the looking for group chat. I don't see any of that. I don't see anybody looking for help. And if I'm not online at the time, but say I pop on, 20, 30 minutes later, and they're still looking for help, but I missed it in a guild chat, then I
Okay,
wouldn't
so
know.
But this is why we're not pointing fingers because you can't point. We can give you examples, but you might not have been online. It don't matter who's online. It don't matter who it was. It's just from now on, if you see something, if you miss it, that's not your fault. If you see it, say, hey man, I can't go now. Or you help them look for people. Like, hey, so and so was looking for a group. You know, I've seen that already where somebody will
that's
point
usually
out.
what I end up doing, because, I'm not really the best at being able to do solo content, or, hey, I've got to do something else. I'll usually start whispering either people I know or people in the guild to fill the spot for me or help somebody get a group.
I guess I haven't seen this dark side because if I say I need help or something, then that's you built an entire party for me for Ubers. You know what I'm saying? In 2 seconds.
Exactly.
So I mean, I haven't really seen the dark side of asking for help. I haven't seen a person
Well,
that
to
hasn't
be
helped.
fair, you're hardly ever on, so.
I know, bro. I got a little too much real life stuff.
But like right now, I can go through the list and I can point out several people going down the list: Coco Bear, Vitrovius, Domine, Rocky QT, Dolladorn, Ziggy, and Huntarg and Yellow Snowman are all within the range of getting to 60 within the next week. So, if we got people helping them, that would boost them up to getting there from, a week and a half to a week to like, being 60 within 5 to 4 days. And that's an automatic like 6, 7, 8 people that can, help us form up another raid group, so we don't have to worry about benching people.
I mean, that sounds all G and all. I mean, look, I'm down to help everybody. I mean, hell,
Yep.
just a couple days ago, I ran 4 runs of Scarlet Monastery for nothing for like all guildies. So I mean, if I'm
Exactly. See, and
online,
that's good.
feel free to shoot me a message. If I'm not doing nothing, I'm gonna come help. But I mean, I'm still grinding this biz list because everybody's hounding my ass. I still don't got that shield. I'm just saying, wink, wink.
Exactly.
Anybody?
Well, Pizza's the one that usually does setting up those Ubers runs every night. So just, hit up Pizza if you're going to tank for him, and that'll help him get the group going faster. Another thing, since we got everybody in here, now you know that we have the looking for group channel up there in the text chat, up under chats. It's like right in the middle under these screenshots. Post in there so that people that aren't in game that have their phone out can see, and then they can text you a time that they can help you. That'll help cut into that whole not getting help situation. Same thing with the website forums. We do have a lot of people that are devoted to using forums, so they can check it at work or, while they're on vacation, and they can get back to you. Like, say, if we need to do, like tonight, we're doing the Eye of Shadow farm so that we can try and get as many Eyes of Shadows as we can for the guild. We've had Gila raid signups for that all fucking week. How many people do we have for it right now?
6 last time I looked.
See, that ain't gonna cut it. You need at least 20 people for that.
2 of us got to work tonight, so.
Well, yeah, I know. A lot of people, Saturdays is a busy day, but we've got 60 plus level 60s. We should at least be able to get like 15 of them in there.
Oh, understood. Yeah, so me and Hetwick got to work tonight.
It's one of those things. We've got to help the guild for the betterment of the guild itself. Alienating people, not talking to people, not helping people isn't going to get us there.
There was one problem I noticed when I first started. I would, try to. Can everybody?
Yeah, we can
broke
hear you.
up.
Okay. But when I was new to the guild and looking for help, I would get a lot of responses. But once I got a guild member to jump in with me and I passed them lead, then they were like, "Hey, let's help this guy get this done." It was just like pop, 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 filled real fast. So I wasn't very active, and for the last couple weeks, my headset's been broke because I broke my headset while I was DJing. But I got a new headset now, so I'll be a lot more vocally active because without the headset, everybody gets a lot of feedback. So I've stayed off the mic a lot.
Oh yeah, but that's like, oh my god, that feedback.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's one example. So, like, he would ask for help, didn't get much of a response. One person seen, was willing to do it. That person
Yes, like
start
you
talking
said.
in chat, and then it's like bam, bam, bam.
Like it was real easy last night because I wanted to do I wanted to run and get the jailbreak done so I get my Noxia attunement done for Sunday. So
that might have been why you didn't.
Creek was in the raid with us. So Creek was like Sophos got in, Ethri got in, and then we picked somebody else up that was just randomly looking to help her get it done, and we knocked it out. So it was just
Sometimes all it takes is one person to say, "Yeah, I'll help," and then like a bunch of other people flock to help as well.
Well, sometimes like that's a really good example you said there with last night is an example of how it might look like something it's not. Where I think you asked in guild chat for help. I was AFK. I came back a few minutes later, and I said, "Hey, you still need help?" After seeing what you posted in guild chat.
Exactly.
At the same time, Creekstone, posted in guild chat. But what it could have looked is like that you were being ignored, and then like a tank asks for people, and then everybody hops on just out of coincidence that they came back from AFK.
Well, see, the thing is
what level were you when you were asked?
Oh, what level was I?
Yeah.
Oh, when I first got in the guild.
No,
God, I
when
was
you
like
were asking for that run.
60.
Oh, last night? I'm level 60. Yeah. But Creek, I posted up. Creek stayed in, and then everybody, Sophos and Nazri just, pretty much got right in within like 15 minutes. That I didn't perceive it that way as being difficult to get something together, but I can see if that happened to like somebody who wasn't 60 and had been around a guild for a while may actually perceive that as a problem. So
but
I see where that's a valid issue.
Aside from that, though, you can believe me or you don't have to. It doesn't matter to me. But there are points where people, specifically a few handful of people, that are just straight flat up ignored, even in voice chat. Believe me or don't, it is something that's happening, and we just need to try and take measures to stop it.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
was the whole. Yeah, it's like nobody's being singled out, nobody's being called out. Some of you probably don't even know what's going on, but it's just something that we need the guild to know. Be there, help your fellow guildies. You never know, some good karma can go a long way on those loot rolls and raids.
Yep, with everything I said, I'm not trying to downplay. I guess I'm in the bucket of not knowing what's going on.
See, the Creek Sophos and Azri will tell you once we got in there and knocked jailbreak out in like maybe 45 minutes or something, it was super fast. My response was like, and this is why I love this guild. Because, guildies helping guildies.
So, if I could, I just got two quick things.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so on the one hand, I do know that there are times when, especially if you're sitting in like Ironforge or Stormwind City, that, if somebody asks for help and they see all those people in Ironforge or Stormwind City, that is even more demoralizing, seeing that people just sitting in main cities and then they still don't get responses. And on the second, note, like I am guilty of it too. There are some times when I see somebody online and I'm like trying to put there was only one instance of this, but I was trying to put a group together and I saw somebody online. I'm like, oh, I am not posting in guild chat anymore. And it was actually somebody that had said like, oh, are you doing this run? And I didn't respond at all because it's rare, but there are there is at least one person in this guild that I'm like, I don't want to run with this person, and it's nobody in our raid group.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but it is very big of you to admit that.
So I'm just saying, like, I know it happens because I have done it as well. But it's just, especially when you're sitting in a main city, you just need to be aware that sometimes if somebody's speaking in guild chat and you're just kind of messing around and checking auction house prices, at least just say something. You don't have to go and do something. Just at least say something like, oh, hey, I'm trying to put this group together. I'm trying to, do auction house stuff.
Lie if you have to.
Well, it's just
That would defy the whole idea if you're gonna lie. Just tell the person you
Well,
got.
I mean, if
Like
it's
I'm
somebody you
adult.
don't particularly
Even
want to
tell 'em,
deal, if it's
hey,
somebody
I
you
don't
don't want to
like
deal
you,
with,
sorry, I
just
don't like
answer
her.
anyway. But
Yeah, just tell them, man, I can't right now. I'm trying to get this done, or I've got I'm kind of like tentative. I got family over, or hey, I'm just trying to get some auction house stuff done, and then maybe some other time, or you can ask, hey, maybe I can see if one of the other guildies will help you. Just be truthful to them. Any response is better than no response. But if you can, try to find somebody that can run with them.
Well, I have the feeling that he's talking about the same person everyone's talking about in the guild. So if it's an issue, why is it still an issue?
Wait, hold on. What was that?
I have a feeling. I feel rude to say this, but I feel because I don't like to be douches to everybody. But I feel like he's talking to the same person. Everyone in here thinks about the same person. It's always in chat complaining and stuff. So if it's an issue, why is it still an issue?
In other words, why is he still in the guild?
Yes,
No
ma'am.
comment for now. I
Okay.
don't want to say anything about it at the moment.
Understood. I'm asking. If there's a creek in the boat, got to fix it. If there's a problem, you can always talk it out. If it can't be talked out, then obviously not a solution for a problem that can be dealt.
Yep. Okay, so are we all good about trying to keep an eye out for guildies that need help, or is in Discord trying to talk to people and no one's getting responses?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't plan on this drawing out so long. I just trying to we gotta not ignore people.
Hey, we need family time. I need tacos.
Tacos and burritos.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As long as we've got it all sorted. Nobody's in trouble. We just want to try and get it sorted before we start hemorrhaging guild members. Okay. Well, guild meeting is adjourned. Officers come with me down to the officer room. Thanks for everybody coming. We had 100% meeting turnout for the third time in a row.
Except Traps, he's sleeping.
Well, I meant that's online. The thing is, usually, once I say guild meeting, like everyone's in Discord within like 2 to 3 minutes.
I know the notes are up. I'll look in a second. What time is the shadow thing?
Tonight at 8 o'clock, standard raid time.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. We'll be the DJ thing.
Yeah, that's fine. We just need more people to come and help, because the more Eyes of Shadow we get, the more benedictions that we're going to get faster.
I have a question about that.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm not the smartest person in this group by far, but I am going to ask. This is for the Shadow Run and all that. Where are we going?
It's the elite level 63 Doom Guard boys down by the Blasted Lands Dark Portal.
Oh, you don't do Looter
Okay,
Springs?
I'll be there.
Yeah, they're the ones that have the highest drop rate. So if we go as a guild group, we have the highest chance of getting them in mass.
Count on me on that.
Awesome. So we'll see you tonight at 8?
I'm already signed in.
Awesome. And anybody else that wants to help? Hold on.
Sure, can't we?
Second.
Do you need to be 60 right now?
You don't have to be, but you want to be like at least 58, unless you're healing. The Felguard Elites, which are the demons, have a 2% drop rate, which is the highest. Any other demons is going to be below 1%. What the fuck is that noise?
Call of Duty.
Okay, was that Coco?
No idea.
Anyway.
How dare you play another game?
Anyway, because there's another reason why we need to go to, because while we're farming the eye, there's a lot of rich thorium down in that area that we can mine for arcane crystals for the guild as well.
Ooh.
So it's a 2-for-1 whammy. Because what I plan to do is I want Saturdays to be kind of like our rotating help day. I want to get, people coming in, helping one class get an item, and then the next week we do something else. Then one weekend we do essence farming for different essences, like we break up into 10-mans, and each of our 4 10-mans go and farm for water, fire, earth, and air all at once. We got to build up a stockpile of materials.
Hey, in that same vein, if you're gonna make Saturday like help day, why not put it more of a focus on either help a low level or help a guild? Where
either help a guildie or be in the raid group, basically.
I mean, or something like that. It could just be like an all-day Saturday thing where you're like, oh yeah, Saturday is extra help for this thing, and just kind of put a focus on the higher level people. Like, hey, if you can be on, please be helping either somebody lower level or just somebody that generally needs help with something.
Definitely, we're gonna go over that. Me and the officers can work on something to do with that, and we'll see what we can come up with. We definitely going to need to farm blue dragon sinews as well for our hunters to get their quiver. Yeah, I know, right? So it just makes it easier having a raid group where you can mass kill multiple versions of the mob, and then like all that. It makes it easier having more people. Is what it is.
I've got a really dumb newbie question I need to answer. I got to mention the note part of the Anixia, and it didn't give me the next quest.
From the crumpled up note, you go back to Marshal Windsor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I turned it in.
If you turn it in, he gives you the quest to kill the 2 bosses to get his notes back.
Hang on. Okay, what step did you just do?
I just turned in the crumpled note, and I literally have nothing. It didn't give me nothing else.
He should have given you a quest to go kill 2 bosses. You went to Windsor, right? Inside the dungeon?
I'll put her down. Never mind. Thank you. That'd be Helicon slain.
But yeah, no, we're probably never going to get Azergos, just from the simple fact that I got a feeling Our Legacy and Relentless Insomnia are going to have Smurfs camping them, so that every time they spawn, they're dead.
Put her down as Lower Blackrock. That's not Donnie Chain.
Oh, then I didn't get it. Okay, sorry to bother you. Let me look and figure it out.
Be sure to click on the note if you've got it in your inventory still, just in case. Yeah, Yoda, it's going to be about 1,200 to 1,400 gold to buy that Sinew. There was one in the auction house yesterday for 1,450. Van has 20 gold. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, is there anything anybody needs to bring up while everyone's here?
Dragons, didn't you actually sell for 1,400? Or is
yes.
It for that?
It's a 0.5%. Yeah, that's the average regional price.
Okay.
I think what he's asking is, will it sell for that, or is that just what people are posting and hoping it sells for that?
A little bit of both. While everyone's
I'll be
here,
honest, I got one before I joined the guild, and I sold it, and I didn't get anywhere near that.
Oh my god! Well, because Rock Delar, they probably didn't have it yet, so.
Okay, so while everyone's here, most of you guys are our raiders, or will be raiding with us. Within the next week or two, we are going to be splitting into 2 raid groups. We have enough people to do that. With our performance, we have enough people that we can reliably 30-man it with the people that we've got, because we have 60/60s that are showing up. So we're going through and we're dividing people up so that it's a nice even spread. We're not like cherry picking one people into the other. Go ahead.
There's just one issue. We were already having healer problems. We do need more healers if we're going to do 2 groups effectively.
Trust me, dude. We got enough healers now.
Oh, really?
We were sitting at 9 last night. And then we've got another 3 that couldn't make it, and then we've got another 2 that are still leveling. So if we get those people leveled, we'll have enough. Which is one of those things, we need to go and do that.
Did y'all down Ragnarok?
No, that's tomorrow.
Oh, come on, y'all. I got this.
We completely clean sweeped it in 2.5 hours, though. We wrecked through that place.
Nice.
Yeah, we wrecked core last night. It was quick.
Fire Lords barely had a chance to summon an ad before they died within 10 seconds.
That's amazing. Nice, Joel.
But yeah, so we are going to. Everybody that hasn't talked to me yet, I need you to get with me if you're within the 55 and up range for the raid next week. I want to have them ready next week so we don't have to bench another 10 plus people. Because that makes me feel bad when people join a raid and then they can't raid with us. Especially certain people in the guild that brought 50 fucking consumables and 9 repair bots and wasn't able to make it into the raid.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and stop that from happening. And I know Saber talked to a lot of you. Do not, please. He kind of explained it in the wrong way. It's not a progression versus casual section. It's more of, it's progression, but the Team 1 progression is all of the people that are going to be dedicating, upwards of 6 to 7 days a week on just raiding. Where Team 2 is keeping basically, within the same vein of 3 days a week, the standard raid schedule. So it's not don't feel like you're being benched to the worst team. You're not. You're still going to be, working your way up the same way. It's just you're not being forced to dedicate.
Another thing we kind of need is we need dungeon tanks, but not raid tanks. We need people who are willing to dungeon tank but not raid tank. And that's it kind of sucks because they all want a raid tank, but if we've only got the 2 or 4 raid tanks, then there's nobody here to do dungeons. A lot of the raid tanks aren't logging in when it's not raid time.
I'm looking at you, all of my Fury and Arms warriors. Y'all gonna be grabbing some shield and sword. You gonna be dungeon tanking for some people to help them out.
Well, I don't want to make DPS guys tank. If they want a DPS, they want a DPS.
Well, I mean, just if they're helping guildies, they can. I fucking respect to tank to help people.
Yeah, but that gets expensive. I mean, I'm just saying it would be nice to have people who want a dungeon tank, but not necessarily want to raid tank.
That's going to be hard. You got to find people that don't ever want to do any raiding. For the most part.
Yeah, or those who would be okay being the off tank. Like we got Fugget, doesn't main tank, but he gets pulled in when we have to do, need more.
Actually, Fugget's he's going to probably be one of the 3 tanks for Raid 2, because he wants to be over there.
Yeah. Well, we still got more than 4 tanks, but each raid group's going to need at least 4 tanks for them that extra shit. But we still need people who are willing to tank outside of the raids.
Exactly.
Right now, I can't find a tank, and I'm going to have to pug one.
Also, you guys got to remember that when Nax rolls around, we got to have 8 tanks. So if you're wanting to do Nax, you're going to need to start learning to tank, in your off time. If you haven't already. Because I know a lot of our warriors need practice at it, and doing dungeons is the best way to, learn. And getting with Crested, Saber, NATO, Manix, Fugget, all of them can, give you good tips on how to hold aggro. Get with your class leads. Which, by the way, for the we're making an addendum for the each raid team is going to have their own class leaders. So that way they don't have to have one class leader over both raid teams, because that'd just get too helly. So you can, the class leaders can get more of an intimate feel for the people that they're working with, to help them get better at their job.
I got a question for that. So, if we're gonna have 2 leaders, or are they all gonna have access to the one class hall, or are you gonna make a different class hall for each group?
I'm thinking to just keep it one class hall, because we're gonna have a tag for each raid team. So you can just do a @raid_team2, and then it'll just ping all of the people in that, and you can just post your thing.
Once we get it set up.
So if I'm in, let's say, whichever one, and I'm in that group, it'd be cool if the warlocks from another group, from raid, whichever one I'm not in, can be in the same room. We could be discussing
exactly. Because that's the thing is, I want to keep it all in the same group so it doesn't feel like everyone's separated. Because being in raid 2 does not mean that you're not going to raid with raid 1. There's always going to be people that can't make it one night, and you never know. You might get pulled into like fucking AQ40 or Nax or something. If you're willing to fill in that slot, because it's we're still a guild. We still got to work together. If that makes sense.
I like it.
No, a lot of people are liking the idea. I'm just trying to, make sure nobody takes it the wrong way. Because I don't want people to feel alienated by the fact that we're having to make 2 raid teams now. And, I don't want you to feel like you're falling behind if you're in raid team 2. It's like the harsh reality of Classic is if you don't have the time to put in, it's really hard to, push into, the higher tier stuff. But it's not infeasible. If either raid team can get roadblocked at a certain point. And, who knows? Things happen. The future is uncertain. We might end up having 3 freaking raid teams in the next couple of months. We're starting to get a really good name for ourselves on the server.
Even better once we down rad.
Oh yeah.
Even when you got a player named Cranky Wife, that kind of brings notice.
Well, why not? We got Yellow Snowman and Dead Carpet.
If anyone has any problems, you can either DM me on Discord and we can talk it out, or you can whisper me in game. There are a couple people in here I need to talk to about raiding, so just stay around. Okay, does anyone have anything else to add?
No.
Yeah, just don't be afraid to talk to me. I ain't gonna get mad at you. I know a lot of people have been, avoiding talking to me and going to officers instead.
Guild leader's scary.
It's like, damn, I'm just a person. It's not like I'm Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, or anything.
They're just delegating for you.
No, because it all comes to me eventually, so I'm going to find out. You might as well just, talk to me about it. And, even if I'm not online, everybody, I'm always on Discord, either on my phone or on my computer. So if I'm asleep, I'll wake up and see it and get right back to you. Because the second I wake up, I'm on my computer. That's why I dropped $500 on a fucking memory foam computer chair from Office Max.
Ew.
I got the
live
fucking
that Aaron life.
Nah, I got the Serta office chair that's meant for 12+ hours of use a day.
I've got the Embody.
Oh, Rocky left the guild.
Who was that?
He's a rogue.
He was level 55. Oh, he leveled. Okay.
Alan, it's not going to be a fit for everyone.
Yep. But yeah. Just, we're probably going to start making tags and start divvying up. Ziggy Pop is going to be the raid leader for Raid Team 2, or he's going to be like, he's like me. He's going to be the person that organizes the raid, and then there will be 2 raid callers along with it. So, if, they can alternate calling, or if somebody's, sick or offline, the other person can call for Raid Team 2. Good old quiet. Good old silence, no responses.
I am not. I'm trying to look up this quest line. Why it ain't working?
I'll jump in with you here in a minute, Mike.
Oh no, it's because I didn't complete the crumpled note. I thought I did. That's why I Google. I don't ask to go. Don't need to.
Damn, you're already 56. You're almost ready to do MC.
Dude, I've had so much going on this last 2 weeks.
When you click on
but I'm
Windsor,
back
what
to where I can
happens?
play again. What?
When you click on Windsor, what happens?
Oh no, I already know what the problem is, bro. I just know.
Okay.
You didn't activate the
I
quest,
thought I
did you?
No, I never even grabbed it. I was tired at night.
Oh,
It's all good. That's why I Google. You know, ask dumb questions.
okay. So if I haven't talked to you yet about the raid teams in private, I need you to message me in game or in Discord, and I'm gonna pull you down
For what?
for raid teams.
So if we want to do raid team 2, or if we're just curious about it?
No, I've already talked to you. You can just you'll be quiet.
Hey, Reggie.
You be quiet.
It's confidential until I release it.
I can't.
We don't need drama about who's on what team until after it's solidified.
Oh, who gives a shit, man? Loot is loot and fun is fun.
Yeah, tell that to all the people that are mad about loot.
I don't even care if I get these loot the entire time. As long as I'm raiding, it's fun.
Yeah, and it's definitely not an A or B team because there's several officers who want to be on 2 for the different raid nights because they're going to be different raid.
It is because, like with Team 1, it's not going to be immediate. Team 1 is going to still have 3 days a week, but eventually it's going to start snowballing in upwards of 6 to 7 days a week of raiding.
What days? Because the weekends are prime, so nice.
Well, they haven't decided yet. Raid Team 2's leaders are going to pull everybody in Raid Team 2 together next week, and they're going to talk with you and have polls on what days would be best.
Right. I'm just asking because originally when I joined, the first week the game came out, it was because the weekends is the time I have to do whatever.
Exactly.
The love lane I have a problem with, but it's not every day of the week to play. But the weekends I have all the time in the world.
But yeah, it's just they're going to get with whoever. I'm going to talk to everybody now, and we'll get it all sorted out because we want to make it where people are able to raid and not be benched and have to cycle people out. And then we've also got the people like me and I don't want to point names, but we're the neckbeard no lives that just want to we want to see the guild go as far as we can.
Yes, brother.
Ziggy, you got anything you want to put in about the whole Raid Team 2 thing since you're leading it?
Z Master?
Wet heels?
Ziggy. I guess he went AFK. Okay, then. But the sooner I can get it set up, the sooner we'll be able to divvy it up, and we can start doing our raids as 2-man teams. Or 2 teams. Yeah, honestly, at this rate, we might be able to just have the 2 teams by fucking next Friday, and we'll be able to run 2 MCs back to back.
Okay, I really do gotta ask a question because I'm reading this all wrong, Wahoo, and I'm sorry. I gotta know. Okay, so I thought I just completed all Abandoned Hope. Is that part of the